Mahadev. Jupiter Venus Ketu conjunction, which is one of the most interesting, rarely formed conjunction in Vedic astrology. Why do these people of Venus Jupiter Ketu feel a sense of emptiness, a lack of fulfillment, irrespective of their wealth or relationships? Let's figure it out in this video today. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and watch till the end. What is Jupiter? Jupiter is higher philosophical divine learning. The learning which we are supposed to receive through age, from our elders, from fathers or teachers or gurus. What is the purpose of that learning? That learning is supposed to add meaning to our life, add meaning to our experiences, make our life worthwhile, meaningful, And what is Venus? Venus is the rejuvenation, the nourishment we receive from all our relationships, from near and dear ones, especially from the spouse. It is luxury, is beauty, passionate love, conveniences. And what is Ketu? Ketu is the body of Rahu. It works behind the scene. Subconsciously, it makes us disengage from the outer world, the outer reality, and make us go inward, make us become recluse, introverted, so that we understand what is the meaning of life, what is the ultimate meaning of life. That is Ketu. Now, when all of them are together in one house, one sign, what happens? Here, the three different nature planets, especially now here you see Jupiter, Venus, both are beneficial planet, very good planet. But Jupiter treats the Venus as its enemy. Venus treats Jupiter neutrally. Why Jupiter treats Venus as its enemy? Because Jupiterian agendas gets impeded by Venusian things. Venus wants to experience love, joy, so spontaneously. He wants to engage in luxury. Live his life, build relations with many people. Talk to everyone, be known to all. That is Venus's goal. Now, Jupiter somehow ends up giving into the Venus. Now, he has to work in his direction because he is the ultimate blessing giver, Jupiter. He has to somehow listen to the Venus and let Venus do Jupiterian things in Venusian way. So there is the conflict. There also comes a discontentment. For that also I have made a video here, you must watch. Now what happens with Ketu? Ketu is Jupiter conjunction, Jupiter Ketu conjunction also you can watch. Venus Ketu conjunction also you can watch here. So Ketu with Jupiter somehow they manage well. Because Jupiter somehow helps the Ketu, or they figure it out a way to work together. But with Venus Ketu what happens? Venus is the planet of spontaneity, the happiness giver, one of the most prominent pillar of happiness in our life, Venus. Ketu, when he comes, what he does? Ketu cuts away. He is a surgeon. Ketu is a surgeon, right? He removes the meaningfulness of Jupiter, or the rejuvenation, or the nurturement which the person has gotten through her or his relationships. Ketu somehow sucks it like a void, like a black hole with its enormous, infinite gravity. And no matter whatever the person gets in his life, how much ever wealthy he is, or how much ever prosperous family he belongs to, he or she, there are cousins, all of them are connected, they all come together during festivities, during holidays, they all eat lunch together, and do that Thanksgiving dinner together, yet there is something that is missing, the person feels within. Okay, that's the void of Ketu. Ketu's agenda is always he is trying to fulfill, because Ketu is most prominent, he is a node. Rahu and Ketu are the biggest powerful energies. Why? The most powerful, because they are the nodes, invisible energy, the south and the north node of moon. Okay, always close to our consciousness, ruling our life, controlling our desires, our senses, everything. Okay, so Ketu here, he will somehow fulfill its agenda by hook or by crook. Okay, the person, let's say a married man or a woman, okay, they have a beautiful family, 2 children, okay, whatever job they are doing, maybe let's say working somewhere in some corporate or some government or whatever, they have enough money to buy anything, enough purchase parity, or the what do you call, the comfortability or flexibility, yes, flexibility of taking holidays, go to Switzerland for a couple of weeks or go somewhere, yet even after having all those material, the earthly nice things, the so called beautiful things, yet the woman feels, what is missing in my life? I have everything, yet I am not fulfilled. Okay, that is Ketu. Okay, so this is a very powerful one. Now, this is how they feel, but what has exactly happened? Let's say in relationship, for example, somebody is in their 20s, okay, in their late 20s or probably early 30s or in in mid 20s, they are dating and getting hurt. The Venusian spark is rising, then somehow that is getting taken away by Ketu. Relationships are not working. 1, 2, 3 relationship did not work. All they got is discontentment and hurt and bad experiences. So now, due to the bad experiences, what happens? They develop a very intuitive filtration system which is so meticulous, so nitpicking, that when they pick out the next, they choose the next partner, they become very picky. Okay, they look at all the flaws in that person, and then they don't select them. Oh, he is good, but he has that, she is very good, she speaks really well, but see this one. Okay, so then they become this nitpicking, people. That is the Venus Ketu people. That is the Venus Ketu problem. Okay, now there also the contentment gets taken away, the meaning gets cut away. So what to do then? What to do? Because the Ketu is so powerful. Ketu is so powerful, and also very importantly here, because the Ketu is there with both the teachers, Jupiter and Venus. Venus is the practical teacher, the Sukracharya teaches from practical experiences, as I said, nitpickers, because they have, why don't they do so? They have had such kind of experience. Then that's why they are careful, they step back and they, become very careful before saying yes to that date, or before trying to ask that woman for a date, So they can't help it because it's their experience. Now, because of Ketu is there with these 2 big teachers, Sukracharya, the practical teacher, the Venus, and Jupiter, the divine spiritual teacher, which is within, within our consciousness. They become very wise people. Yes, they become very wise, very intelligent, intuitively intelligent people. because they keep on gathering that information, the right information, what is right, what is wrong, what is right, what is wrong, you know. So then later on, when they, after having so many heartbreaks and all these bad experiences, they expect at least a good, wise partner, a very knowledgeable partner. Now there also they get such partners, yes, of course, you know, all the time the experiences are not that dire, you know, because two benefic planets are there. I am talking about the very subtle difficulties which the people are facing. Yes, bad experiences are also there, it depends on other factors too, okay, but mostly the subtly these are the things are common between between all the people who have this conjunction, regardless of their degrees and all, okay. Now they expect such partners. Now they get towards the later part of their life, when they become actual mature, you know, Ketu also needs to get mature a little bit, to the late 30s or early 40s, they get somehow such kind of partners. Or if they are into a relationships, that relationship matures and they find out that contentment, okay. This is what happens. Now you see Ketu, how he messes up things in the beginning, because that is Ketu's energy, you know. Palala dhuma sankasam taragraha vimardakam rodrang rodratrang krum tang ketum pranamam. Taragraha vimardakam, okay, it's like a dhoom, a smoke, you know, smoky energy, invisible. He takes away the significance of Tara Graha, Tara meaning nakshatras and Graha meaning planets. He takes away the significance. Ketu is sun, Ketu is moon, takes away the significance of them. You know, eclipse giving yoga it creates. So Ketu is very powerful, okay. So that is why here all those experiences the people has to go through. But it does not mean that they cannot experience joy, they cannot experience love. They are experiencing, but they are somehow feeling that subtle emptiness or the discontentment or the feeling of lack of fulfillment, okay. Now what to do, okay. You see, 19th century mystic avatara Sri Ramakrishna has said, take what is good in others, okay. Actually the English Swami Vivekananda has said, but actually he has said in Bengali that take what is good in others. Bhalotake gero bandho, meaning tie a thread on the good virtues of other people, okay. Remove the bad, okay. Take the good which is there in other people. Swami Vivekananda says, take the good in other people, do not become them. You don't have to become like other people, but take what is good in them, okay. Not like a psychopath who preys on other people, you know, tries to snatch what is good in others. Not in that sense, in a good sense, okay. So that has to be practiced, okay. You might not like one or two things about your partner, your husband or boyfriend. It's all right. Other things are good, no, at least. You love him because of that, okay. And why do you have to love only one partner? Just one boyfriend or one girlfriend or both your parents and nobody else. Love everyone for love's sake, okay. We are so reciprocative. Whenever you talk to somebody rudely, he will talk to you rudely back. You talk to him nicely, he will be forced to talk to you nicely. That is the nature of human being. We are innately cooperative, compassionate, okay. But the difficult experiences in this difficult society makes us feel as if the people are hateful. They are, you know, they have no sympathy, no empathy. It's not that. It's not true. So you must love for love's sake. Take what is good in others. Consider what is good in others. Disregard the bad. Okay. Remove the bad. And be spontaneous. That's what the Venus wants to do. Venus wants to be spontaneous. And Jupiter is there to help. He is the ever beneficial, the most beneficial planet. All Jupiter wants to do is shower blessings onto the native and expand the life. And Ketu wants to narrow the focus in one thing, on the negative things, the nitpicking things. And Jupiter wants to expand that. So take the help of Jupiter. Anyhow, you are very knowledgeable, you are very wise, educated. Not in terms of university degrees I am saying. Education meaning how learned you are, you are erudite. So use that and love everyone. That is the most powerful emotion, the biggest virtue of human beings. Okay? The opposite of hate, the opposite of fear, love. Okay? So, is that one quote of Nelson Mandela, that we are, I cannot exactly recall the quote. He tells that we human beings are taught to hate. Okay, we are only taught to hate. The hatred doesn't come naturally, only love comes naturally. Okay, so do that and ignite that fire of passion, the passionate love. Love everyone, spread your joy across selflessly. It is the selfless man who becomes happy. Always be selfless, a selfless giver. Okay, you are not a businessman. You don't have to calculate what you are giving and what you are getting back. Okay, so you will never become empty if you become a selfless lover. So this is one thing. And also one more very important for you guys, very important, because you people are wise, educated people. Have one purpose in your life. Whether it is a German philosophers or Indian ancient sages, they have all spoken about purposeful living. When there is a purpose in life, the life becomes extraordinary. So you must have a purpose. Find out that purpose. Okay? And love. Alright, I hope this will make sense to you and this will add meaning to your life. Alright, but ultimately Ketu is there to help you, not snatch away your meaning through its confusions. He just wants to make you confused so that you learn the truth. Okay, so let him do its job. You do your job. Okay, so I hope you will give me a like here, subscribe if you haven't already, and if you want to consult me, check out the website below and book a direct consultation with me. I'll see you in the next one. Har Har Mahadev.